What's good, y'all? Javante Tank Davis has been under fire these past couple days because at the first press conference, Ryan Garcia exposed the fact that there's a rehydration clause in this fight, meaning that after weigh ins, the next day he can't be 10 pounds more than 136. So the biggest he can come into the ring is 146. And a lot of people is, giving heat to Tank. And me personally, I don't like it either because if you look at Ryan Garcia's last fight when he was the A side to Javier Fortuna, Ryan Garcia looked it huge. He looked it real comfortable. It was at 140. He looked it like he was about 160. Once I don't know if I can go over 160, but he looked it big, real big. And I'm not surprised. And I'm not knocking Tank for not fighting him at 140 because he's the A side in the situation, and he called for a catch weight, and Ryan agreed. But I think the rehydration clause is a little much. If they were fighting for an IBF title, it would be mandatory for the rehydration. But this is a concession that Ryan Garcia had to make to get the fight. And I can't lie, I'm impressed by Ryan Garcia taking such a bad deal. You know what I mean? Just to get this Tank fight. Like Ryan ducked, you know, all the anybody who's anybody at 135. He ducked about a good 15 to 20 fighters. You know what I mean? But it's just something about Javante Tank Davis that he just doesn't fear Tank. That's the fight that he really wants. Like he won't fight Haney, he won't fight Shakur, nobody like that. But the only top fighter he will fight is Tank, and he showed that. And I don't know if his team sees something in Tank, or I don't know how confident he is because he was kind of down in the first press conference, but he kind of made up for it. He did good in the second press conference, but I'm surprised that this man is really after Tank like this. He's taking like a Devin Haney type of deal, and Ryan Garcia has a lot of clout, just like Tank. If you look at his Instagram followers or whatever, and look at his endorsements and stuff, you can say that he probably didn't need to do all of this, but he did do it. And, I give credit to the black fighters when they do it all the time. So, yeah, I got to give Ryan this. You know what I mean? And this is a good fight. This fight is starting to grow on me a little bit because Devin Haney is tied up with Lomachenko. You know what I mean? So Tank didn't necessarily duck Devin Haney to take this fight, but this is crazy. And I am kind of with the minority. I don't think Tank should really need all of these advantages to beat Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Like, I think like if this fight doesn't end in a knockout, it would be like a close fight. But I think Tank could outbox Ryan Garcia if he would have let him come in like he came in for the Javier Fortuna fight. Tank would have had to be on the back foot, but I think that he could have pulled it off. He could have outboxed Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? It just him coming in full like that. It makes that knockout a little less likely. You know what I mean? But I think Tank should win the fight. I don't think he should have had to do all of this. I hate when Canelo do this shit too. You know, Canelo, he be getting rehydration clauses for people like Callum Smith and shit like that. And I'm disappointed in Tank. And what would Tank do if he was fighting Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson? You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna say? You got to fight at 135 and you can rehydrate to 136. I mean, what is this? Ryan Garcia, out of all of the upcoming lightweights in that class right there, you know, he's not in the top five. You know what I mean? In my opinion, in their opinion too. Like he shouldn't have to do all of this. You know, I think Ryan, you know, he's definitely gonna get knocked out. Well, not definitely, but he's very likely to get knocked out because he's gonna be a little drained. You know what I mean? And a little tired because I think he's gonna be putting in a lot of work in the early rounds. And Tank cranks up round four, round five. I don't think Ryan gonna be able to hold up. Tank's good to the body and everything, man. But it is what it is, though. Tank is the A side, and he picked his advantages in this fight or whatever. I never really cared about the fight. I don't like Ryan Garcia anyway. I want to see him get knocked out. But why give the people room to complain? Why give people excuses for Ryan Garcia? You know what I mean? Fuck him. You know, I'm trying to see him laid out. You could have did it either way. But let's see what's going on in the fight going forward.